Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing on the brand new and improved Warhead Junction with a character that I am trying to get much better at, even though she's not the greatest right now. Her name is Qhira. Things are going to happen in this video. You're welcome. It's YouTube. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. That's all the time I've got for that. The team comps are going to be Sylvanas, Qhira, Tassadar, Malfurion, and Genji versus Lunara, Nova, Kerrigan, Anduin, and Zarya. Now, you're going to notice so fast out of this game that there are some pretty big changes. Number one being a sewage tunnel up here on the top side drops you down here to sewage tunnel on the bottom side. Second big ass change is going to be that there is no longer a swarm host here in the bottom side of the map. Only one boss exists now, and he's going to be sitting at the top of the map at the peak, where he should be, like a boss should be, sitting up and looking down on everybody. That's how that works, right? That's the thing. Sorry, it looks like she's going to be forced to be the one to come down to our lane. I'm going to miss my shit entirely because she juked on me, which is a little bit unfortunate. But, who cares? Qhira, I know we played her pretty recently, well, within the last few months anyway. But I have gotten really accustomed to the Q build for her, and I am just going to continue to play that. I'll give you guys all the abilities and the talents here so we can talk more about the map. But Q is going to be Carnage, unleash your sword in the target direction, deal some damage on the way in and the way out. Both times it both directions it's going to do damage. So when it goes out, it's going to do... You get it. It's easy. W is going to be a twofold. Passive is going to basic attack and ability damage cause enemies to bleed for 49 damage over 4 seconds. I want Genji to go somewhere else, so I'm trying to freeze the lane a little bit, force the Zarya to come to me and do some, bad stuff. She knows she can't come forward, but she just keeps clearing the lane from a distance, which is incorrect as well. But, back to our W. So, the passive is the bleed stacks. That's what you're seeing any time that you see those little tick marks under a person's health bar. Really neat. Really good for doing, kind of surprise damage to people. And then the active part of the W, Qhira is going to deal 37 damage and heal for 99 per enemy hero affected by her passive. Damage and healing is increased by 50% per each additional stack on that hero. So, if they have 5 stacks on them, we get a lot more healing, and they take a lot more damage when we hit the W button. Really good. All of our abilities plus our autos apply the thing too, which is really nice. And, you know what? I don't think I can actually trade into Zarya. She's dealing... I'm fighting on top of her minions. That's why I'm losing so much health. I shouldn't have been over there. I think it's the minions, specifically, that won her that fight. So that is my bad. I shouldn't have been doing it. Anyway, back to our abilities. Our E is called Revolving Sweep. This is the trademark ability of Qhira. This is her playmaker. This is her signature ability. What this is going to do is latch Qhira's sword onto a target, which is going to stun them first for 0.25 seconds, and then we're going to spin around that target. She's going to interrupt me. I didn't notice the objective was up fast enough, so she's going to let me do it. Fine, whatever. Do what you want to do. I'll take it. But the stun on the way out, really short, really good for interrupting things if you need to interrupt stuff from range. And then the stun on the way back in after you get done spinning is really helpful as well. It's all the CC that Qhira has, but she's completely invincible, immune to CC and everything. She's going to just try to up and do it in my face here, huh? That ain't how this works, Zarya. I'm sorry. No one told you. You can't do that. Get out. Just go and get. None. Got him. Nice. Laying down some damage. Giving her a bit of bleed. Making her rethink her life decisions down here in the off lane. She's kind of finally doing what I wanted to do, which is coming up to the wave that's been frozen on my side of the map, obviously, so I can trade some better damage into her. And then finally, after Revolving Sweep, our trait is called Grappling Hook. It's an activatable. We're going to throw it out if it hits terrain. It's going to launch us towards that terrain. It's really helpful for getting out of sticky situations. And if it hits a hero, it is going to do a little bit of damage once it hooks on. It's going to apply our trait. And then when it launches us towards them, we're going to do a little kick that's also going to do some damage once we actually hit the target that we're hooked to. It's cool. It's fun. It's wicked. I'm just using the tunnel here. Genji died immediately. I don't know what Sylvanas is doing. Okay. And this is me overthinking how good I am at this character. I didn't even do a good job juking. That's just, I used my W too early. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. And let's see what Sylvanas actually got done there. Looks like nothing, because Lunara is just, it's fine. Death are doing the camp. Genji gonna come help him. The healer stuck in the mid lane, just soaking. We're not here to critique play. We're here to critique the map design and figure out our character. Let's get this build out of the way so I can talk about the map. Maximum effort is our Q. It's gonna deal extra damage and slow people if we hit them at least 3 times with our Q, which we can hit like a maximum of 5, I think, pretty easily. Our W, we're taking upstage here so I can block some auto attack damage if we apply our trait. No, wait. Damaging at least with the activation of our W. So if we apply our passive to people and then we hit our W on at least 2 heroes, we're going to get 4 stacks of evasion, which is really, 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 really good against their team. Nova autos hurt. Kerrigan autos hurt. Lunara autos hurt. If Zarya hits me, I'm going to lose them all pretty quick, but whatever. We're getting the fort for free. I don't care what else is happening on the other side of the map. I've given up. But the camps on the bottom side of this map have gone real far up in priority because they are armor shredding camps, number 1. So they act a bit like the gnolls on Alterac Pass. And if you just leave them to whatever they're going to do, they're going to take buildings down real hard. And it's good. Oh, she just jumps directly over. We're going to lose Malfurion. I hate everything about that. Let's pop our ult and then our passive on our W. We're going to activate for some healing, and then the team is just going to show up on that turn of destiny and help me get away with my head held high. Ooh. You can activate your W while you're spinning with your ultimate. And the reason that I am taking this ultimate goes specifically with this build. Unrelenting Strikes is going to charge up over amount of time, and then once it reaches maximum area, you're going to stun whoever is in the circle by 1.5 seconds. Now, why did I take this ult? I take it because it is extremely good at helping Qhira kill 1 target. Sylvanas is dead. Cool. I guess she got the building. Fair trade. We'll do it. But when you have thrown your grappling hook, number 1, to attach to someone, you're going to hit him with a Q to line up a slow and some burst damage on them. Then you're going to hit them with your E, since they're having a hard time moving places. You're going to spin them around. You're going to stun them, hopefully catching multiple people with your trait while you're spinning. Then you're going to hit them with another Q, and then you are going to rip that ultimate as they try to run away with their teeny tiny amount of health, and they are going to die. It's really, really good. I know that was a lot of words. It's a combo, but it does do such an amazing job at killing people, especially squishy targets that are trying to hide from us, like, you know, Nova, Lunara, Anduin. If we can get in the right position to hit those guys with this combo, they are going to just die. And it's really good. Really, really, really good. But back to the build. So we've got the Thirst picked up here at level 7. The heal coming from the Q is kind of whatever. I mean, it's not as good as Healmonger, obviously. But Qhira's next basic attack within 4 seconds against an enemy hero deals 15% additional damage, stacking up to 10 times. So, if we hit him with our Q, and then our Q hits him 5 whole times, we've just given ourselves, what is that, 75% increased damage? Yeah. 15 is 30. Yes, exactly. I'm trying to clear out the camp here so my team can, like, not lose the top fort, but They're not dying either, so we can come around the backside of this fight. They don't even need us to show up. We're just taking them out left and right. Trying to hook over to the Nova, but we'll take the Anduin as a consolation prize. I need to get out of that, and we dodge the stun just in time. Anduin's going to eat the Sylvanas arrows on the top, and Zarya's not going to make it out either. This is the time where there are 4 people dead on the enemy team, where you use Sylvanas' trait plus the Merc push that we have to kill either the wall or the wall and the keep. Not entirely positive why we're going for a fort when a keep is open. And that's not a Warhead thing, that's an every map thing. I don't get it. I'm pretty sure I live here. I don't think there's any trouble with that. But Malfurion's going to come in and block for me just like a badass. It's so good. I love it. Don't know who's pinging me. Don't really give a shit. Everybody made the wrong decision there except Tassadar. Thank you, Tassadar, for coming with me on the right side of the map. I can't do anything with this. I've got a very small health, and the enemy team can kill me at liberty. So back to the build. That increased damage on the auto and the little bit of healing that you're getting from Q, since the Q is the main form of burst damage with this build, it's pretty helpful. And it's going to make your auto do more damage as well. There's a lot of good things going on with this talent, and I don't think it gets picked enough because it's like hidden behind Healmonger. 10 we already talked about. I only pick Final Strike if I'm building the other way for Qhira, which I don't need to. And then Chainsaw. Carnage's cooldown recharges 100% faster while the enemy hero has maximum blood stacks. So there is a target that we've got 5 blood stacks on, blood rage stacks. Our Q is going to go from a 6-second cooldown to a 3-second cooldown. Freaking nuts, I know, right? Cool. Now our 16 is Booming Kick. It's going to increase the stun duration from 0.75 seconds to a full second. And it's going to hit in an area once we launch towards people. So we're going to latch on, we're going to jump and kick, and it's going to hit a bunch of people in a big area. I don't know if that was the right decision. Yeah, that was me trying to figure out if I could have lived there. I knew I was going over the wall, probably to die, but if I had gone up the top side here, I think probably would have made it. Or at least taken less damage. Yeah. Live and learn. Live and learn. Definitely don't walk towards the tower shots, but my team got the wall, so that's good, I guess, right? And then 20, when we get there, we're picking up Silent Killer. Hitting an enemy hero with Unrelenting Strike silences them by 0.5 seconds and reduces its cooldown by 3 seconds. That's every time it hits someone, so if you're hitting multiple people with your big AoE level 20 ultimate, you can potentially reduce the cooldown to less than 20 seconds, I think it is. It's pretty fucking nuts. I'm on my way, team. I'm coming to assist you. You don't even need it. It looks like the enemy teams are running away. Sylvanas is going to take the channel down to the bottom side of the map, too, so she is... Ooh, is this a Nova? There we go. Oh, she just... I don't know if I missed or if the Unstoppable saved her. Either way, good for you, Nova. Way to try to dodge it and make sure that you don't die. Oh. She's right there. I don't understand how she didn't get hit. My cursor is directly over her. The big-ass fucking hitbox on my Q obviously touched her. I don't know how she didn't die. Or even get touched. So, fuck my aim, I guess. But that felt like a huge robbery to me. But we're here to talk about Warhead Junction now, since the build is out of the way. Number one, you should have noticed, by far, the best change to this map is the tunnels. The tunnels make such huge plays possible, and they make it so easy to soak the lanes. It's just this map is an offlaner's dream, because anybody who is anybody who's forced into the offlane, anybody who's got to soak forever, who doesn't have a global, even characters with globals are going to love this. But there's no cooldown on the tunnels. So if you click on one and you teleport, you can immediately click back on the one that you come out of and teleport down to the bottom side. I just used the clone to engage my booming kick, and then my ult, and then we're just going to show the enemy team the door. I think she's trying to channel the tunnel right now. I think that was her plan. That ain't how that works. You cannot be taking damage when you're channeling the tunnel. Now, we could take the boss up top to get the top end there. I mean, that's basically the win condition of the map now. You have a boss that can end the game, and it only does that in top lane. So top lane has massive priority on this map now, but since we're all alive and they're mostly dead, we can just kind of end the game bottom since it's open and they've already taken a bunch of core damage. I'm helping him with this camp, not that I think it's necessary, but, you know, whatever. This is what we're doing. And then our team has 2 nukes as well that are ready to hit the core once the shield goes down. So the objective just, it has more possibility than it used to because of the amount of movement that you can have between the top and the bottom lanes. I don't think that you understand who I am, ladies. That's another booming kick stun into ult. And we're going to pick our level 20 without even having to use it. A smile on my face after landing that fucking stun. Felt so right. So good. And then stunning them all again for another 1.5 seconds after that with the big, like, fucking AoE. That was my soul leaving my body to clap for me. You're welcome. I did make it on the board, though. God forbid. Everybody got a vote, though. I mean, that seems pretty wonderful as far as, you know, random people on the internet go, right? Like, how often do you get to see everybody gets 1? Had everybody gotten 2, I mean, the world may have just come together in peace and unification, and everything would have been fine. All the wars would have ended. No more problems. Humanity would have reached a new plateau. You get what I'm saying. But back to the talents. In case you need a maximum effort at level 1, upstage at 4, 7 is the Thirst, Unrelenting Strikes at 10, Chainsaw at 13, Booming Kick at 16, and Silent Killer at level 20. 3 people on our team didn't even pick. Oh my god, Genji. What the actual shit? I guess that's fine on this map, because if you're Genji and you're standing in a nuke when it goes off and you parry, the nuke actually does like a billion little ticks of damage rather than one big chunk of damage, which is strange as fuck. I don't know if it's changed since that video happened, but I'm pretty positive it hasn't. So if Genji parries a nuke, it's a lot of damage from deflect. I don't know if that's why he did this, but I'm pretty sure that's a possibility. Right, anyway, back to Warhead Junction, though. The map is way more fun now, because the distance from the top and the bottom lane has been basically nullified. Using those tunnels is going to make traveling between them incredibly good. It's going to make the off-lane job really, 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 really strong as well, because characters that can clear really fast can just dip down into the tunnel, go to the next lane that needs clearing, and then you could probably run just a 4-man death ball down the middle lane if you want to. Or, contrary to that, you can set up mid lane as your solo lane, have someone like a Urel or a Blaze or whatever thing you want there, and your 4-man would rotate between the top and the bottom lanes, holding those vision points and pushing in the waves as they go. So you're basically going to use a 4-man to create these big plays or catch heroes on rotation, or, you know, it creates these weird skirmishes over the tunnels, because since you want to have so much control over them to get the soak on both sides of the map, you're going to want to have enough people there to fight over them and capitalize on mistakes. So I think because of this change, it'll become like a 1-4 map. I just don't specifically know how yet. It could also still be like, you put an off laner, you put some DPS in another lane, and you just have 3 men kind of roam back and forth on the top and the bottom lanes. I don't know. There's so much that's going to change with this map, and I'm so excited to see what is going to happen. A lot of the streamers and pros aren't playing it yet because it's not available in ranked. It's only quick match at the moment. I think they're giving it some time to simmer before they let the good players, get their hands all over it. But I'm really excited to see what the consensus is, because right now I really like it. The top lane and the bottom lane have their own distinct identities, because the bottom lane has the big armor shredding merc push, the top lane has the boss, and then there is the middle lane who just doesn't, I guess, no, because bottom has double nukes too. Middle doesn't, well, I don't know. The nukes, the jury's still out on the objective. I don't really know how the nukes play into big strategy for the game yet, or for the map. We'll talk about that later. I'm rambling now. Sorry for wasting your time here at the end, but you get where I'm going with it. I will be back, hopefully with more Warhead Junction soon, and we'll talk about some other heroes or something, I guess, too. That's kind of what we do here. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.